everyone, I'm Dave, and it looks like the summer has more or less finished happening to me now. I don't mean it's any cooler outside, or inside, it doesn't seem to be. But the endless barrage of things that I have to do all the time that stop me from making things for you lot appears to have more or less ebbed. Every year I make all these plans and I tell you about the plans. Here's what I'm going to do over the summer. I'm going to do this series, I'm going to do that series, I'm going to finish this, I'm going to do more of that. And then the summer comes, and the first thing that seems to happen is
we go on holiday. That's pretty normal, isn't it? People do that. Well, we did that, and you can't really edit videos when you're on holiday, but you can record videos while you're on holiday, and usually they have animals on holiday. If you like cute little animals, you're probably going to like this. We were driving down a little lane that had hedges on either side of it, and my wife suddenly got excited because she saw two baby little tiny weeny foxes that were playing in the middle of the road, suddenly scarper off to each side. And I thought I saw one of them still hiding in the bushes to the side of the road, and sure enough, if you look really carefully, you might be able to see that there is an eye peering back at us here, and you're about to see it suddenly disappear. There it goes. You see that? Now, if I go back, look, can you see it? Not really. You have to really squint to see this eye, but that's a baby fox's eye. What are they called? Cubs? Fox cubs? I think that's what those are called. Yeah, well that is one. Look at that. Yeah. That's the best I got. I didn't see it again, I'm afraid. Here's some rather better footage than that, but of meerkats. Yeah, this is a slightly unusual enclosure for meerkats, isn't it? This wasn't a zoo, it was a farm, although not of meerkats, they just had some. Very odd. Anyway, they did have more space than it looks like here. They had a door that led through to a sort of barn, but you couldn't look into that, that was just for them. So, maybe it's okay. Maybe it isn't. Feels weird, but I'm sure you get visited by animal people with checklists. Anyway, the close quarters, though, meant that I could hold my camera over them and see if any of them wanted to come and snuffle it. Which they did. At one point, we were outside looking for bats, when something very loudly whacked itself into the wall right behind my head, and I whooped and whinnied my way indoors and to safety. Meanwhile, my wife, who isn't scared of things like this, discovered it to be something called a cockchafer, if you can believe that, and got this footage of it. Look at this doofy little bloke. Anyway, I'm now aware that I've sort of video edited myself into a corner here, because this holiday stuff started as an interruption to a vlog and doesn't really have a conclusion, so I'm going to cut back to the vlog now, but what I was saying was that in summer we went away twice, once with each set of parents, and then on top of that, both our mums had birthdays, so we ended up seeing... By the way, look at these. Look, this is nice. Look at that. Anyway, so we ended up seeing one family or the other every few days for the whole summer, so I didn't get much done for you lot. Should have thought of that, really, before I opened... well, actually, that's in the vlog, hang on. Should have thought of that, really, before I opened a Patreon in the summer. More on that in a minute, don't worry, it's not going to be an advert, it's going to be a thank you. Ignore that. Summer always ends in a rather pleasant way, and that way is Alcon. Yes, at the start of September, I go back to Leicestershire, and I do Alcon, which is where I stand on the stage, and for an hour, I sing silly songs at you. Every year, I think, will they be interested in me doing this, or will they be annoyed at me because they came here to see the thing that's on after me, and they're waiting for me to go away. And every year, I'm pleasantly surprised. Last year, there were some returning faces and banners. This year there was a good 2 to 5 rows worth of people who showed up just for me. Well, I'm sure they had other reasons, but you know, at the time they were like they knew who I was and they were doing requests and things. And I say a hearty hello to each and every single one of them. I don't know all of your names and I genuinely wish I did. Oh good, a car alarm. That's good for doing a video. I mean it, if you're watching this video and you were one of the super supportive people in those first few rows who were there to see me, get in touch, put a comment down there, come and talk to me on Twitter, watch one of my Twitch streams and then type in the thing there. Seriously, I'm very chatty. You know that, you've seen my show. It's supposed to be mostly songs, but it isn't, is it? It's mostly me blithering on and on, isn't it? I tried to be a little bit snappier this year. I think I succeeded, managed to cram in some more songs than usual, because this time I had 3. This is Ribena. Why aren't you drinking your normal mug of tea, Dave? Well, it's because it's the night, that's why. I'm going to go to bed soon. I don't want to load up on caffeine. I want to load up on sugar. I had 3 new songs at my live show this year, and if you're going to see any of my other live shows that I do from now on, you're probably going to hear them. Another way you could hear them is, we're not mentioning that because I said I wasn't going to advertise. But I am going to do some Patreon thank yous in a moment because they deserve it. The people who've helped me to do the videos that I'm going to commence doing for you lot as well as for them,
starting sort of nowish. I've got another Planescape Torment video in the works, and then I have to go through the rigmarole of figuring out how to get it to work under Windows 10. Upgrade it to Windows 10. It basically technically works, but it leaves trails of cursors everywhere. It's not good. I think I need to reinstall it, and then reinstall the mods, and then hope my save file works. I've got some book videos coming up. I've already filmed more Star Wars than I've edited and uploaded. I've already filmed much more Way of Kings than I've edited and uploaded, and I have started reading another Discworld. Yeah, that's right, back to Discworld soon. Well, that's the reason I haven't been doing them in a while, is I've had a few things to clear through. One, which is a big science fiction book that I'll tell you about another time, and another is the first 3 Witcher books. I haven't got the second one at the moment. My wife's got it with her. She's reading it as well. I am a big fan of the Witcher games. I completed the first 2. Yay, even the janky old first one, even though I played it roughly when Witcher 2 came out. It can be done. It is rewarding, and I recommend you try it. Why am I talking about The Witcher? I love it. Everybody get into The Witcher. It's really cool. There's something about the books that kind of makes me feel as if I needed the games to understand the books, and there's something about the games that makes me feel like I should read the books to understand the games, so maybe I'm doing it right after all. Perhaps just taking it all in a great big flurry is what I should be doing.
What you should be doing is shushing up about The Witcher. I've had to fast forward you once.
Anyway, whatever, it means that I'm now at the point where I can read the next Discworld book, and it's just a short one. I only started it yesterday, day before, and I'm almost halfway through already. It's a nice quick one, so I should be able to do another Pratchett video soon. Also, if you didn't know, I do quite a bit of streams over on twitch.tv/DemonTomatoDave. I'm playing through a few things like Final Fantasy VI for the first time.
The link between worlds has surely weakened over the past 1,000 years. No, it's still really good. I had a little go on it recently. It definitely holds up.
Me and wife Abby played through Undertale together, completely blind, all of these by the way. We play spooky games together because she gets scared by them and I like to do spooky voices all the way through just because it amuses me, I don't know.
And Regal pleads with us to turn down the spoops. But we can't. We're committed to a full layer of spooples. We can't have scruples about our spooples.
And so on, stuff like that, and if you want to catch up and see the videos of those, see how I got on with Final Fantasy VI and how we played through Undertale and so on, then you want to look for my other channel, Bulma Boops Buttons, which you can find, well, there, I suppose. You might as well click that. I hate it when I say that because I always have to remember to put the button on there and I'm always forgetting to do it. So that's going on, and if you want some of that, then you can have some of that. And then finally, of course, there's the secret streams. But I'm trying not to advertise the thing. Let's pull the plaster, shall we? I'm gonna say thank you to my patrons. The following people have helped me out immensely and have given me a new lease of life and the ability to feel like I can make these videos without feeling all weird about it and guilty like I should be doing something sensible. In no particular order, except perhaps the order that they replied to the Patreon post where I asked them what names I should call them by in this video. Matty Crocker, MB Teddygram, Jean-Luc Lawler, David J. Selinger, Min Berlioz, Andrew Bartel, TJ May, Kirby Vault, VV Ocean, which is all in capitals, you see, Eric Brackets Redacted, Taylor Kimberly Martin, Linus Querholm, Comics Ladybird, Kieran, and Matt Turner from Life's a Pitch, which is a podcast that I've been on twice. Well, I've been on it once, but it ended up being 2 separate episodes. Sort of. This is normal for that podcast. Go and have a look at it. Life's a Pitch. The concept is that the listeners give them silly ideas for names of films, and that they, and whatever guest they have on, have to, like, pitch that film, like what it would be, who would be in it. It's very, 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 very silly. And all of those people are my wonderful patrons, and they are the reason that everything you're about to see from like between now and whenever gets to happen. Thank you sincerely to all of them and to all of the other patrons, but who didn't give me a name to say in this video. You can rectify that if you want your name in a future video by telling me it, and you can continue to have your name not mentioned in a video if that's your bag. But please understand that I'm equally grateful to all of you. Let's get this over with. There are some extra streams on my Patreon, folks. You get to watch me put together the a cappella music, what I make. You get to watch me actually recording it and building it up from scratch. If you want some silly things that you haven't got from me, then come over to my Patreon. There it is. Look, there, that's it there. Anyway, that's enough of that. I only mentioned it so that the bit where I thank the patrons would make sense. From now on, you're probably only going to hear about it in the form of a banner at the end of videos. I think that's my update for now. So, in the following weeks, you're going to see me basically get back to normal. There's going to be book videos, there's going to be Torment videos, there's going to be more Ocarina of Time with lyrics. Yeah, there is. Don't worry, I'm doing the rest of that series, and hopefully more songs soonish, and a new series that I'm really excited about, which is to do with very, very old games. I can't wait to show you that. That is my update for today. Goodbye!
This one's got a sideways nose.